Royal Rumble 2018. Was it a good show? For the most part, I would say yes. Now, the first thing I want to say, what in the actual fuck is wrong with that match order? This was the worst match order I have ever seen, and I don't understand it. Like, after the men's Royal Rumble, people were exhausted, they were tired. Even me watching it on television, it felt like I spent watching a main event and I'm ready to go to my bed. Of course, it's happening on 3 a.m. in my country. Now it's nearly 7 a.m. as I'm filming this video, so I'm exhausted even more. So, people in the crowd are dead, and then you have Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan versus the bar match, which you've seen it like 100 times already. Nobody gives a crap, and you're having it right after Men's Royal Rumble. Like, whoever is booking the orders of the matches is a goddamn idiot, you know? However, it's not about that. So, let's talk about the Royal Rumble. I will get, from the start to the bottom of it, we will talk about that. However, I want to talk about, to answer pretty much your question, am I happy? Am I happy with the Royal Rumble winners? Here's the thing. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's a smart decision. Now, hear me out. WWE, believe it or not, is not out here to suck my cack. They're not out here to suck my dick, my cack. I wanted Dolph Ziggler to win and Nia Jax to win, but majority of the fans wanted Shinsuke Nakamura to win and Asuka to win. Majority of the fans. Now here's the thing. You listen to TheGreatOne, with the guy with a big forehead, who wants Ziggler to win, which is impossible, you suck TheGreatOne's cack, or you suck millions of people's cacks. The answer is the second. And I think WWE did a right choice. The Twitter blew up, people were happy, and I'm happy because of that. If I could choose whether I want WWE to do my thing or everybody else's, of course I'm going to do mine. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm going to choose the second option because it's better for the business. People wanted that. So after 5 or 4 fucking years of WWE ruining the Royal Rumble, they actually did a right thing and gave the fans what they wanted. Now, another thing that I really want to talk about is the fact that why was it so fast? Royal Rumble just flew like that, and I don't understand why. The intervals between the entrances, between the entries, were so fast. It was actually too fast. Too fast. Also, we got great returns, great, debuts, whatever the case may be. Women's Royal Rumble was also kinda cool. So, yeah, but the biggest thing, other than these two matches, it was, I don't know, man. I really don't. The order pretty much ruined it. And some of these were like, for example, let's take a look at Jason Jordan, Seth Rollins versus the bar match. It was garbage. It was a complete, utter garbage. I don't understand why would they do that after Royal Rumble match, and I don't understand why would they do that for 115 fucking time. Anyway, why would you do that? I don't understand. Okay, let's start from the beginning of the pay-per-view. Royal Rumble 2018. The match that opened the pre-show was Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado versus TJ Perkins, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak. Kickoff show, who gives a crap? Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado won the match. Didn't even watch it that much. Had it for my ear and did other things on my computer like editing and other sorts of crap. Don't give a shit about that one. The Revival versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, also don't care. The Revival won, which was a right decision after the burial on Monday Night Raw 25th anniversary, so thankfully they are not buried. It was just for one night only. It's not that much of a canon for the WWE, so it doesn't even matter. People blew it too much. They're not buried. Don't even worry about that. United States Championship Open Challenge. Glorious Open Challenge. Here's the thing. I was worried that it's going to be Ziggler. I was like, please don't let it be Ziggler because I want him in the fucking Royal Rumble. And by the way, when it comes to Ziggler, this is the time I just lost hope. It doesn't matter. Like, for now, I don't give a shit. Glorious Open Challenge. Who is it going to be? The magic of Open Challenge is that you expect some return or a good wrestler that you're like, oh my god, this match is going to be good. And I was like, okay, if it's not Ziggler, maybe it's not. Who could it possibly be? And it's Mojo Rawley. What the? Are you serious with this shit? Mojo Rawley, the crowd were like, oh, oh. You're not hearing that, oh, you're not hearing boo, you're just, oh. Like, really? Really? Serious with this shit? Match was, what do you expect from that kind of match? Of course, he won the match. I'm the United States champion. That's about it. Let's jump into the main show, the main juice. Starting the main show was actually the WWE Championship. What does that tell you about the WWE Championship? When you open your goddamn show with the main championship, the WWE Championship, why? Like, here's the thing that pisses me off. It's always, if you're going to open a match with the WWE Championship, the main title, it's always going to be the title that is on Smackdown Live. And it kind of pisses me off that you're making Smackdown look like a piece of shit. While you're having Raw's title, the big red golden period blood, nearly at the main event. I cannot stand that, to be quite honest with you. So we opened that handicap match between AJ Styles versus Cammy. Whoever created that is a goddamn idiot. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. Surprisingly, it's too gimmicky. Like, do you really need to do that? What's the point? What's the point? However, and it also sucks that it's not even about the competitors involved. It's about Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, which I don't understand. Why would you put a WWE champion in a situation where he's not even the biggest part of the rivalry? The WWE Championship should be the main focus, and it's not. The main focus is Shane McMahon's and Daniel Bryan's deal of shaking their dicks behind the scenes. I don't understand that. However, the match was alright, but do you expect to have three of the greatest wrestlers on SmackDown Live right now? Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles. It was a tag match, it wasn't like Tornado. So, they played up to the fact that we can change, we can swap, so we don't get tired and beaten up. And there was this great spot where AJ was... No, it was Kevin Owens, I believe, who tried to... I don't even remember how it was, but he basically tried to do a move and pushed, I think with a powerbomb or something, to Sami Zayn, and instead of Sami Zayn catching him, AJ Styles caught him with his legs and pretty much did a hurricanrana. That was a crazy shit. You gotta see that match. If you haven't watched that, you need to see. It was like, right after I seen that, I was like, man, these guys are talented. That's exactly what I tweeted. This is seriously unbelievable stuff. So even though the rivalry sucked, the gimmick of the match sucked, just because the guys involved were so good, I actually enjoyed it a bit. So if it was like other wrestlers involved who are, just... Imagine if that was like Jinder Mahal versus Mojo Rawley and some other dude like, I don't know, Zach. Would not be the same result. Either way, the match was good, and the main thing that you can take away from that is that AJ Styles won with a roll-up or something like that. Pretty much, not cheating, but you get the deal. It was a fluke. But he pinned a guy, Kevin Owens, who was not active in the ring. He was not tagged. Sami Zayn was the man in the ring who was supposed to get pinned, and it was Kevin Owens. And then we get backstage, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn actually complaining to Shane McMahon like, why are you doing this? You need to tell the referee you can't screw me out of the title again because of referee's stupid booking. And Shane McMahon is like, yep, what a dick. What a massive, big, gigantic 15-inch cock. It's Shane McMahon, right? He's all about the money, he likes to shake that dick to all the money, so here's $50 and get off my television. Get off of SmackDown Live. I need real rivalries. I'm tired of this general manager versus general manager shit. $50. And please, where do we go from here? I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure AJ Styles is done with this rivalry. At least I hope so. Then we got SmackDown Tag Team Championships in a very fun match, to be honest. It was fast-paced. You have great wrestlers involved like the Usos, Chad Gable, and Shelton Benjamin. Obviously one of the legendary superstars in the WWE, former IC champion, whatever the case may be. And a guy who beat Triple H, actually, during the time where nobody would beat Triple H. So, cool stuff. So, the match was great. Everyone looked actually strong. Even after finishers, you couldn't pin them. So, the first fall, it was a 2 out of 3 match. took a very long time. I was shocked that it was actually 2-0. 2-0. So they won they pretty much squashed them. When it all comes down to, they pretty much squashed Shelton Benjamin, and Chad Gable. Now, where do we go from here? I do understand the Usos winning because at WrestleMania it's so much more makes sense for them to go to defend their titles than Chad Gable and I'm not getting used to that. Shelton Benjamin. But at the same time, why would you do it 2-0? I don't get it. Hopefully they will recover from that. Maybe they will not even be hurt after that. You never know. We all will see that on Smackdown Live. As of right now, not very clear. The match was fun. The second fall was actually with a roll-up, so it's kind of a, maybe not that big of a deal, but they still won a match with 2-0, which is... Who booked that match? I'm not sure. It was a bit weird, but here's the thing. People say who booked that match, but at the same time, you don't want it to be like so predictable. Whenever someone announces 2 out of 3 falls, okay, we know what's going to happen. One pin for that guy, one pin for that guy, and at the end of it, someone is going to get the 2. I mean, sometimes we just need that different stuff. You can't do that all the time. And then after this match, you're like, okay, let's get another match. Let's get rid of this Sheamus, Cesaro stuff. That shit we don't give a shit about. The following contest is a 30-man Royal Rumble match. Holy shit, what the fuck is going on with that one? Why would you do that third match? This match craves just stroking everything. It needs to be in the main event. It needs to be the main event. It's called Royal Rumble. You need to have your Royal Rumble match in the main event. Yes, you have Women's Royal Rumble, but Men's Royal Rumble is still the Men's Royal Rumble. Something that was, holy shit, for how many years? 20 years? 21 years? Something that has been in the WWE for this long, and it needs to be in the main event because it's one of the most prestigious matches, and I don't understand why. Anything in the Women's Royal Rumble, it was a good Royal Rumble. It surprised me. It was better than I expected, but it was not to the level that this one was because fans were really, 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 really hoping for Shinsuke Nakamura, and they got that. And it's just a tradition. I don't understand it. I'm all for the, Women's Royal Rumble. Cool, have it. It's great. I enjoyed it. I was kind of against it because I was like, it probably will suck, but it was good. But why would you put that in the main event? It was, I don't know. It still needs to be men's because that's what we are used to. Sometimes change is good, but WWE is very, very weird about their changes. The first men were actually Rusev and Finn Balor, who were so over during this match. When they got eliminated, people hated. By the way, they got eliminated in the middle of the match by Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, who teamed up, and then right after that, eliminated themselves as well. So if you want to know the participants who were actually like the right order of it, I'm going to talk about participants and the highlights. I'm going to pretty much talk about the participants from the order and talk about their highlights during the match, and we progressed through the story of this match. So Rusev was the first, Finn Balor, Rhino, who didn't do a lot. Rusev did a lot during this match and Finn Balor did. However, during one part of the match, like pretty much at the beginning, they were knocked out by Baron Corbin, who was at number 4, but he got eliminated so quickly, and he was mad. He got them out of the ring, knocked the shit out of Rusev, Finn Balor, without eliminating them because it was from the bottom rope, so they rested for a bit, but then they came back into the match. We got Heath Slater, who was a huge part of the match, believe it or not, because he tried to do his entrance. Baron Corbin knocks the shit out of him. So every time someone actually entered the Royal Rumble, they would kick Heath Slater. For like 5 or 4 superstars did that. Except Big E, he actually shoved pancakes to Heath Slater. Comical stuff, I guess. Then we got Elias, who was singing, and right after he was singing, you have that countdown. So it was Andrade Almas, NXT champ, Andrade Cien Almas, I don't know how to pronounce that, who is an NXT champion, great guy, great wrestler, great match on NXT, by the way. Then we got Bray Wyatt, then we got Big E, Then we got Ty Dillinger at 10. Wow, it's number 10 and it's Ty Dillinger. So shocking, WWE. No, but seriously, it's cool stuff. I don't know. Who got actually attacked backstage by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and someone is going to take their spot. It was Sami Zayn. He said he got this, but was eliminated anyway. Then we got Sheamus, who was actually a guy that is not kicking Heath Slater. He pretty much put Heath Slater in the ring after all the struggle. Heath Slater right after that just eliminates Sheamus, and Heath Slater gets eliminated, as well, I think by Bray Wyatt. And then we got Xavier was the first member of the second member of the New Day. Then we got Apollo Crews. And now here's the thing about the Royal Rumble. I hate it. I absolutely hate it when they put tag teams in it. I get the New Day. I get especially Kofi Kingston, who had a great spot. So this time his feet didn't touch the floor because he landed on Xavier Woods' back. And he also got his foot on pancakes, so it's not on the floor. Pretty much, Kofi Kingston is one of the highlights of this, and he pretty much has a Hall of Fame career. And when he's going to have that Hall of Fame package, they're going to show all of his Royal Rumble spots. Believe that shit. But when you get Apollo Crews, number 13, I don't get it. This is where I don't get it. This is where I seriously do not get it, and this is where what I will never get. I don't get also Titus O'Neil at fucking... number 5. I don't get Goldust at number 9. I simply do not get it. Okay, after Apollo Crews, we got Shinsuke Nakamura, then we got Sheamus, Kofi, Jinder was pretty much eliminated very early, Seth Rollins, Matt Hardy, John Cena, the Hurricane. Yes, let's talk about the return of the Hurricane. Came in against John Cena, and right after John Cena eliminated him, for some reason Cena had this very mad face, seemed too real. I don't know what's going on right here. Aiden English, Adam Cole, baby. People say Adam baby, I'm just like Adam Cole, baby. Great wrestler. The match on NXT was, just like I've said, unbelievable. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Randy Orton with a great pop, Titus O'Neil, The Miz with a massive pop. People loved The Miz. And then we get Rey Mysterio. That was great. So in 2015's Royal Rumble, he was booed out of the building because it was number 30 and not Daniel Bryan. Not because of who Rey Mysterio is. Because bad timing, bad WWE's booking. Now he got a huge pop. And right after him, Roman Reigns comes in. So he's like, okay, are they booing me? No, Ray. It was Roman Reigns. It is WWE's tradition. And then we got Goldust, and then number 30. I'm like, okay, we're not getting Ziggler. Why? Number 30, Ziggler comes out. I'm shaking. I'm the only guy shaking. I love this guy. He comes in. He looks like a motherfucking heel. People cheered. Some people booed. Some people cheered, booed, and then they realized that Daniel Bryan is not coming out. Either way, he super kicks some guys, but he gets eliminated pretty quickly, and I'm like, okay, fuck this. I'm just like, okay, Ziggler, as much as I used to love this guy since 2012, such talented guy, whenever you see him wrestle, it just feels real, it feels great, and he sells the moves, oh man, it's great. People lost hope, and I lost hope as well. I can't deal with this shit. So, the WrestleMania... He's not going to be in a WWE title match. He's going to be in some effed up Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal that nobody gives a shit about. Or some ladder match. Yeah. Cool stuff. So that was it. So the last 4 people remaining. No. Let's talk about one of the best spots of that. So we had a spot where we had Ruthless Aggression versus PG. Versus Reality Era. Versus Modern WWE. Whatever you want to call it. We have this PG... or Ruthless versus modern day WWE. So we had Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Randy Orton, John Cena, and Rey Mysterio, which is like 06, 07 superstars. Great stuff. Pretty much Randy Orton was talking to Rey, to Cena, and Reigns was talking to Shinsuke and Balor. And we get this face off, and they start battling it out. And the last 4 guys remaining were actually WWE's guys and the fans guys, which was Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, John Cena, Roman Reigns. Finn Balor gets eliminated by John Cena. People boo the shit out of Cena. Then John Cena gets eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura. We have Reigns versus Nakamura, fans versus Vince McMahon, and people lost their shit. I was kind of, okay, let's see where this goes. Even if Reigns wins this match, he's going for the WWE Universal Championship. So we will see that match anyway. Like, this match didn't determine anything, believe me. So, because whatever the case may be, you're still going to get the same matches. We all know Shinsuke is probably going to face AJ, which is now confirmed, and we all know Reigns is facing Brock Lesnar, so it's not that big of a deal. However, we still wanted Shinsuke Nakamura to win because it would be a slap to the face for the WWE fans by WWE. So it was a pretty long match between those two in the ring, but at the end of the day, Shinsuke wins it, and it's great. People cheered. And we got this commentator pretty much saying, who do you choose? I choose AJ Styles, he said. So we're having that, crowd popped, and I'm happy. Cannot wait to see that match. Actually going to rewatch their New Japan Pro Wrestling match because I can't remember anything from it. Gotta see if it was actually that good or people are just blowing it out of proportion. Whatever the case may be, I'm happy, great result, fans are happy, great decision by the WWE for actually giving something to the fans instead of feeding their cocks. Raw Tag Team Championships, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus. And it was bad, it was terrible. The crowd, like I've said, the crowd died after Royal Rumble. They were tired. You can hear a fart. You can hear an old grandma's silly fart in the crowd. Jason Jordan was pretty much not wrestling at all, pretty much. I heard he's, hurt. And the match didn't do anything. It was the worst Seth Rollins match I have ever seen because no one cared. And we got new champions, by the way. Cesaro and Sheamus won the tag team championships, and that was that. I don't know why would they do that match for so many times. I'm really over it. I don't even want to talk about it. There's nothing to talk about, pretty much. I just looking forward to see where Seth Rollins goes. This whole Shield reunion is just a big, massive clusterfuck ruined by injuries. It's an injury reunion. Everyone is getting injured that is near Seth Rollins for some reason. It's a fucking curse. I don't know. Roman Reigns got sick. Dean Ambrose is injured. Now Jason Jordan is injured. I don't understand it. So, not good news. Then we got Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar versus Kane. And my excitement was, I tweeted this, Alicia Fox versus Eva Marie levels of excitement. It's so predictable, it's so underwhelming, we don't give a shit. We know it's going to be a terrible match with great spots like tables, and there were a lot of tables, don't get me wrong. So the spots were great, the match sucked, we all knew who was going to win. Lesnar won with an F5 on the steel chair to Kane. 1, 2, 3, Lesnar takes the title home. Yes, okay, let's get the Women's Royal Rumble now. Where does Brock Lesnar go from that? He's going to WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, who is probably going to earn a shot at Elimination Chamber Raw pay-per-view, and the fans will boo. But why would you... If I would, have an ability to buy tickets, if I would live in the United States, why would you buy a ticket to Elimination Chamber when you know that this is just... You already know the result. And you're going to the Elimination Chamber to ruin your mood by booing some guy that you still know he's going to win. Anyway, I'm getting out of topic. Let's jump into Women's Royal Rumble. I'm gonna say all the returns because there's so many women returning to this match. Holy shit. Stephanie McMahon on commentary, and they had this announcer. Now, what was her name? They had this announcer. Holy shit, they had this announcer. That was so bad. I don't know her name. It was a celebrity or something. She was at WrestleMania once, I guess. Oh man, it was so bad. She was special guest announcer. Like announcing wrestlers to the ring. Sasha Banks! It was the worst thing ever. Speaking of Sasha Banks, she's acting like a bitch. That's in a good way. She's so hateable. She needs to be a heel. I cannot stand her the way she talks. I'm the boss. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. She just needs to be a heel. As a face, it comes off annoying. As a heel, it comes off like a dick. And that's what you need in a heel. Anyway, there were so many returns. So many returns. Some great spots, by the way. So let's talk about the order. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch entered first. Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose, Lita. Lita was in the ring, did Twist of Fate, did a moonsault, looking healthy, looking, I don't know, they don't age. These superstars don't age. Then we got Kairi Sane, I don't know how to pronounce it, but she was in the Mae Young Classic, great wrestler, happy about that, but was eliminated, I believe, by Dana Brooke. Then we got Dana Brooke. Tori Wilson was in a match, was a pretty decent wrestler. I always thought she sucked. She's, did a couple of moves. I'm happy. I thought they were props for boobs back in the day, but it seems like she can do something. Then we got Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan, Molly Holly, who's a great wrestler. Oh man, it's awesome, these returns. I absolutely love them. Lana, Michelle McCool, who's still looking just the same. Good wrestler, Undertaker's wife. So that's the reason why it was Undertaker at Royal Rumble. He wasn't in the match. Kind of disappointing, honestly. Ruby Riott, Vicky Guerrero, who shouted "excuse me" so annoyingly but so great. Loved her. And she actually attacked Carmella with briefcase. Awesome. But of course she was eliminated before that. Then we got Natalya, Kelly. I hated Kelly. I don't know. Naomi, Jacqueline, legendary WWE women, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, NXT champion, Beth Phoenix, and we had this face-off between Beth Phoenix and Nia Jax. Great spot, two of the most dominant women. Beth Phoenix was actually in Men's Royal Rumble, so that's how dominant she actually was. Asuka, Mickie James, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Bayley. Number 30, we were like, okay, Ronda is coming, and it's Trish Stratus. So the disappointment wasn't here. It's still Trish Stratus, So it's still good. There's nothing to complain about. And what I liked about Trish Stratus right here, we got Mickie James and Trish Stratus, and it was this, face-off, WrestleMania 2021. I don't remember. It was cool. Also, we got Bella Twins. So the last women standing were actually Asuka and the Bella Twins, which is why I would have Asuka and Nia, but that's WWE's choice. It was so predictable. So the last two women were Asuka and Nikki Bella, John Cena's wife, soon to be wife. Asuka still wins though. She's celebrating. She's about to choose the championship because we have Alexa Bliss, we have Charlotte, but then we heard some music, and we had Titantron with Roddy Piper's text, like design, everything, and it says Ronda Rousey. Okay, this is great, cannot wait for. And she comes out. The music is a bit weird, but then it made sense. It grew on me very quickly. And she's walking with this weird jacket. Turns out it's actually Roddy's jacket that his son gave to her. That's a cool spot. I believe Roddy was her favorite wrestler, if that's the case. And if she's Ronda Rousey, she can get that fucking jacket like this. She's a very huge star. And I think that's the only reason why it was in the main event, because she is an attraction that will get all the news talking. Who do you think, we care obviously about Shinsuke winning more, probably. Who do you think is going to headline? Asuka or Ronda Rousey actually returning? Every news is going to talk about Ronda Rousey being right here because she's the biggest women's entertainer when it comes to fighting in the world. And was it good? It was good, I just didn't understand it. She was looking very happy, I appreciate that. She pretty much wants to shake Asuka's hand, and Asuka's like, no handshaking. She signs at WrestleMania, then she doesn't. Like, she did it for a while, then she does it again, and it seems like she was waiting for that pyro, but WWE is out of their, budget. They lowered their budget, so you're not getting any pyro, which is silly. So silly, WWE. Don't be so cheap. So she just looks at that, and I don't understand the ending. We don't get to... I don't get it, so who she wants to face? Probably Asuka. But if Asuka won the Royal Rumble, why would she face Ronda if she wants the title? I don't get this. I need explanation on Monday nights or Smackdown nights. Tuesday nights. She shook Stephanie's hand and she walked away. I don't know, cool moment, a bit underwhelming, just a little bit. We need something more with it, I guess. A little bit. But it was a cool moment nonetheless. So, Royal Rumble, good pay-per-view. Royal Rumble matches were good. Other matches, not that much. A bit disappointing. The order was terrible. But if you would watch it separately, you would type on YouTube Royal Rumble match 2018. You click, watch that match, you will enjoy it. Click a women's match, you will enjoy it. If you watch the paper from the beginning to the end, you will find some spots where you nearly fall asleep. Then you're right up here, then you're here, then you have this Kane match, and then Royal Rumble. Okay, well, let's watch this. I would give this pay-per-view, I don't know, man, 6.9 out of 10. When it comes to matches, Royal Rumble men's match, 8 out of 10, and women's Royal Rumble match, 8 out of 10 as well. It wasn't too much of this, I don't know how to call this, mainstream media shit where you get a lot of celebrities. That was what I was afraid for. But it was, cool wrestling. It was nice. It was what we wanted. I just didn't like that announcer that was like Sasha Banks. Either way, guys, let me know in the comments below your ratings. Cool pay-per-view, cool show. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TheGreatOne. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.